Many a times, post our annual appraisals, we expect a promotion or a high increment. Unfortunately, we may not end up getting it. Today, I would prefer to share with you a few vital points whereby you could manage the situation in case you are expecting a promotion or a high increment, and unfortunately, that does not end up happening. The first point is, in case it doesn't happen, you need to ask yourself, were your expectations realistic? Many a times, we as individuals have a higher perception pertaining to our talents and capabilities. So you need to do self-analysis and try to understand whether the expectations that you had, were it realistic or otherwise. What the organization expected you to perform, have you actually delivered it or were you short of expectations? What your boss required you to do in terms of the professional capabilities or professional role that you're managing, were you able to discharge your duties in the best possible manner? That self-analysis would have to happen. And during that self-analysis, you possibly will get an understanding that at times you may have ended up expecting something which would have been difficult for the organization to provide, considering the performance that you may have displayed or various other factors. The second point is, in case you assess your expectations were realistic and there is no reason why this promotion or a higher increment should have been denied to you, then you need to have a clear discussion with your boss or superior. So I'm sure that you would have had a discussion during the annual appraisals. All the data points would have been provided to your boss. However, it is necessary to communicate to your boss once you get the increment letter, and in case you don't have a promotion, you will have to communicate that you possibly deserved it and you were expecting it, and unfortunately that didn't happen. So your boss needs to know. Not informing you to express displeasure, however, in a professional way, you will have to communicate that, especially in case all the data is in your favor and in case you actually deserved it. The third point is, at times we may post the self-analysis and the discussion with our boss may realize that there would have been some gap from our side. And that's where, if all other factors pertaining to your organization and your boss is all good, and only this is one factor which has possibly brought in some level of demotivation, there you will have to self-motivate yourself and get back to work. You need to take a resolve that possibly in this year you will have a better show, and this year possibly you would get the promotion or the higher increment that you possibly didn't get the previous year. At times there would be factors beyond your control, and there the best effort that you can put in, or what you can do it to your optimum capacity, is to give a better show in the next financial year or the next calendar year and get even more better performance and make your boss as well as organization understand that you deserve to be promoted or get a much higher increment than you got. So once this is done, I'm sure that everything will work out for you. Only in the adverse scenario where due to some political issue or some other matter you were denied a promotion or increment, then possibly you may have to ask yourself whether you're working in the right organization or with the right boss or with the right set of people. So in case the answer is no, then possibly you need to explore opportunities elsewhere. Otherwise, you need to focus on what you're doing, and possibly last year couldn't be that good for you. However, next year I'm sure would be. So please make note of these 3 points, and I'm sure that progressively you would obtain the increment or promotion that you actually deserve. All the very best.